You're tuned in to the DMV Hoops Podcast.
This is John Inscriptor, head girls basketball coach at St. John's College High School, and this is the DMV Hoops Podcast.
Welcome to the DMV Hoops Podcast, the DMV's home for high school basketball. Hosted by Kurt Cross and featuring Chelsie Cross. We bring you the latest news, interviews, rankings, recruiting buzz, and standout performances from the public and private school basketball scene across Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Stream us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Buzzsprout, YouTube, and everywhere podcasts are heard. Now, let's get into it. Here's your host, Kurt Cross.
Welcome to the DMV Hoops Podcast. My name is Kurt Cross. She is
Chelsie Cross.
We're in the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium. Campus is DeMatha College. Why did I say that? DeMatha Catholic High School. We're at the Capital Hoops Summer League, and as always, we enjoy bringing you the players, the coaches. You can hear us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you listen. But you're listening now, so you know where to find us. We have a gentleman now on the podcast. Him and I have literally been in the gym, and we've probably seen 200 games over the last 7 or 8 years or what have you. Let's welcome to the podcast Coach TJ Veith from St. John's College High School. Coach, how's it going?
It's good, man. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Looking forward to this.
You know, you and I, sometimes we're passing in the gym on Military Road. I announce the games. You might be going to an away game. You may have just finished your game. But we do find ourselves at OC's house every now and then, right?
right before the season starts.
Yeah. Summer League. Are we doing Scarlet and Gray?
We are. So we are the gray team.
All right. And that's a recent change. It means my schedule is going to get crazier.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I want to see you at some of my games too now.
Okay. On the football side, on the basketball side, on the boys and girls side, we're doing some things. He's been a coach in the St. John's program for as long as I can remember. I've been there 7 years behind the mic. How long have you been there?
I'm going into my fourth year.
Fourth year. So you came after I got there, but it seems like you've been there forever.
Hey, you're telling me.
You're a fixture.
Yep.
Right? What keeps you there? What do you love about coaching at St. John's?
I went to school there. I graduated in 2018. It really feels like a brotherhood. OC reached out a couple years back, asking if I wanted to get in coaching, and I said absolutely, and St. John's is the place to be. I mean, there's no better hoops than WCAC basketball,
right?
And not a better place to be at than St. John's College High School. So to have this job at the age of 26, I'm very fortunate, very blessed for this opportunity.
You said something there that I can really connect with. You said that OC reached out, it's like a family, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. I've been behind the mic for 40 years, but I've broadcast and done PA announcing for 30 plus years. Never has anyone made me feel more like family than this guy here, Patrick O'Connor. You know?
Everyone I tell when they ask, why do you like St. John's, it's a brotherhood. It's a real family. We all care for each other and want the best for each other, and that's the really cool thing.
You know, there are programs I announce where I've never even met the coach.
Wow.
I don't know anything.
Wow.
But OC, when I get a text from him 2 or 3 times a year for a banquet or this, that, like, I'm the PA guy. He doesn't have to invite me to this stuff, but he does.
Yep.
And I appreciate it. Chelsea, what you got?
I looked you up. I saw your resume a bit. Why is it important to you to be both in the classroom as a teacher but also a coach? You don't teach at St. John's.
I do not. Nope.
You're somewhere else. But why is it important to kind of be a part of kids' lives in both ways?
So it's actually a funny story. All my buddies in college, they were like, TJ, like, you're going to be a teacher one day. And I was like, absolutely not. I was not a big fan of school growing up, so that's why I didn't see myself going back to teach. But I found myself teaching, and I love it. Having an impact on the kids and the younger kids is just like, it makes my life. Like to see a kid have a smile on their face because of something I did means more to me than anything. And I like being around them. So that's a teaching aspect. I love the game of basketball. My dad grew up coaching, so I've been in the gym since I was 2 years old.
Who's your dad? Do I know him?
Tom Veith. He was the AD at St. John's for a while.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah. He was the AD for a long time, and then decided it was time and got out of the athletic director position.
Okay. Where was college?
I graduated from College of Charleston in 2022.
Okay.
Miss it every day.
Let me ask you this. You've seen some athletes come through St. John's. What is the most rewarding part of seeing those athletes? Is it their college journey? Is it when they get that growth spurt? What is it?
So, for me, I started at St. John's as a JV assistant, and then this past 2 years I served as the freshman head coach. And what I love to see more than the wins are awesome. I love winning, obviously. But what I think is better than winning is watching a kid you coached develop and get to where that kid wants to go. And for example, Drew Hill, I coached 2 years ago on the freshman team, played JV last year, suited up for varsity in a couple games last year, playing for both varsity team summer leagues. And to me, that's more important than any of the 32 wins I had on the freshman side of things. And I just love seeing a kid who wants to play basketball get to that level, and just to know I was a piece in his journey means a lot.
Were you there at AU?
I'm sorry?
Were you there at AU when St. John's won the title?
Back in 2023?
Yeah.
So I was not affiliated with St. John's coaching. Okay. I was working with First Amendment Sports, and I was working the camera, and I went and told my boss, I said, I have to get off the camera because I'm shaking watching this game.
Right.
So he was like, all right, just go sit by someone and you can watch the game.
How magical was that?
Oh my gosh. I mean, the story, the whole night, it was just amazing.
Right.
And you thought that shot was going in, and I was like, there's no,
PBI,
I was right underneath the basket, and I was like, there's no way this goes in. But I mean, what a story for Pat B and just what an ending.
The shot was down there. I was over here. So I was across from the St. John's bench in press row, and my wife and I are watching it. The kids are in the stands, and I'm like, first of all, on paper, it might not have been St. John's to have, right? I mean, Gonzaga was great that year. Yep. You know, PVI has been great for years.
I think DeMatha was also the other 4 team at AU that year.
And somehow, we get there on that day, and it was the most magical thing I've been a part of. I mean, if you want to talk about, if I was only allowed to have goosebumps once in my life, that was the night to have.
It's a game I'll never forget.
No. Yep. And let me tell you how popular that is. You know, all these ESPN and all this, that, and the other, they have several different channels through which you can watch. I'm on a cruise ship in Bimini taking a nap, and I wake up, and that's the story on ESPN because the cameras were there all year.
Scott Van Pelt was on ESPN talking about it.
Right? So it was a great story. Coach Behan, if you ever listen to my podcast, first of all, I'm thankful, but that year was the year. It was the most magical year that I've ever been a part of. And you were on the camera. You had to get off the camera.
I had to get off the camera. I think that was our first championship in 7 years.
Okay.
And I think that was Sean McAloon.
Okay.
Yep.
And it was a great time. The WCAC. Talk to me, for those who have not heard it enough from me, talk to me about where basketball is across this country and where the WCAC stands.
I mean, the WCAC is one of the best, if not the best conference of not only basketball, but high school sports.
Football, lacrosse, baseball. Right.
I mean, you're talking about guys who are playing the NFL, NBA, all over. And so, I mean, walking into a gym, you could be playing St. John's against Archbishop Carroll,
right?
And it's still gonna have people in the gym,
right? Just
because there's talent all across the board,
right?
And they talk about it like you look at college, they talk about it in the SEC. There's no easy night, So it's the same thing with WCAC. There's no easy night. You got to go in and give it your best shot.
And I get paid to call these games, and it's still only $5 to get into these games.
Right.
Coach Steve Turner, who's now in Florida, of course, as we know, who's at Gonzaga, said it's the best $5 date you can have.
I mean, one of my favorite weekends is the WCAC playoffs.
Right.
You just see the best basketball.
You see the best basketball, period. And it's fascinating to me. We've done the live periods where teams come in from Carolina or Pennsylvania, and they're thinking, basketball is basketball wherever you go. It really isn't. Yep. Do you remember? Who was it, Chelsea? Was it Father Judge?
No, it was Winston-Salem Christian.
No, I mean Father Judge, who was the number one team in Pennsylvania last year, the year before.
Yeah.
And they got smoked by like 40, right?
Against us?
Yeah. They got smoked.
Yep.
And no slight to Father Judge. They're the number one team in Pennsylvania. Right. We just hit a little bit different down here.
That's not DC.
That's not DC bump, baby. That's not. That's not St. John's. It's not Carroll. You remember 2 years ago, who was the team from Texas ranked number 1? St. John's beat them in that tournament out at McNamara, right?
Yep. I don't remember the name of the team.
They were number 1 in the country.
Yep.
And they got told twice that weekend that DC does
I think it was St. John's and who was
DeMatha. DeMatha beat them in that other game. So, listen, we're putting everyone on notice. DC gets that serious hoops bump. If you want, you can come get it. Everybody can get it.
Well, one of the things I told my freshman guys is like, guys, you got to understand. Yeah, you might be on the freshman team, but you're playing in the WCAC.
That's varsity anywhere else.
Right. You go play anywhere else, that's a varsity level program.
Right.
And so,
my wife in her high school never went to a basketball game. She's from Buffalo. It didn't matter to them up there. But if you're playing freshman in the WCAC, that means you're going to, I don't know, you're going to Charlotte, North Carolina, and you're playing varsity for the high school team.
Right.
You really are. So we're going to go Gray. We're going to go Scarlet. Why should, I've never asked this because I'm always there. Why should someone come to Military Road in December and watch you play?
What are they going to see? You talking about the Gray team? Anyone?
Why should they come to St. John's and watch hoops?
We got a ton of talent. We got a ton of heart. Guys that are going to compete at the highest level, who want to win, who want to play at the next level. And we got a bunch of coaches who care and want to get these guys there, and we'll put these players in the best position to get there. And again, it's just St. John's College High School. Who wouldn't want to come watch St. John's play basketball?
Right.
But as far as the Gray team, and as far as the Summer League, it's just a great opportunity for these guys.
Okay.
A couple years ago, we had about 6 guys transfer out who played JV.
Okay.
Who are all playing big-time roles on other teams in the area.
Right.
But I think this opportunity we're giving to these guys, like, this is an opportunity I could have used back when I graduated. I managed my senior year. I wasn't fortunate enough to make the varsity team, but this is something I would have done had this been granted to me back then. So I think it's a great opportunity for these guys, and a great experience for them to play in the DeMatha Capital Hoops Summer League.
All right, great. What you got, Chelsea?
You talk about how it's an honor for these players. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but what does it mean to be coaching this Summer League team? I don't know how it worked. I don't know if Pat called you up. I don't know how it worked, but tell me what that process was like and what this means to you.
Yeah, so we had discussions before last season ended. Opportunity I couldn't turn down. It was between me and the JV coach. Coach Marcus Townsend, great basketball coach, great guy, great human. He decided to stay with the JV team, so it was presented to me. Opportunity I couldn't pass down. Basketball is my life. I love the game of basketball. I live and breathe basketball. And like I said at the beginning, I love being around kids and the younger people to try to have an impact on their life, both on and off the court. I want to see these players do great things on and off the court, and just having an impact on their life that goes beyond basketball. And then just for me, just to coach at the age of 26 at St. John's College High School. Yes, we're not affiliated with the WCAC, but still to coach a varsity level team at St. John's means a lot. So I'm very appreciative of Pat O'Connor for giving me his trust and trusting me with this program.
Coach Veith, I'm going to see you a lot. I see you 30, 40 times in winter season anyway. Sounds like I want to see you more because that gym's going to be used more. So maybe you'll get my voice behind one of those games, right?
Come on now.
Well, I am there because if Pat's calling and or Pat Ward are calling.
Maybe I got to start calling now.
Maybe. Oh. All right. Well, 301-385-5355.
There we go.
I done gave it to everybody.
There we
Give me a call. I will be there. But you know now, Georgetown Prep's got us. St. Andrews got us. But my heart is with St. Y'all were the first ones to call.
Love it.
Pat Ward called me AZ Fud's freshman or sophomore year, and he needed someone to do a couple games. I had to say no because we were going to Cuba. I had to say no, but please keep me in mind. He called me again, and now the rest is history. I will tell you this, Pat might not know this, and if anybody listens and tells Pat, it's okay.
Ward?
Yeah, Pat Ward. Pat had me do one game. After one game, he said, "Do you do baseball?" I said, "Nope," because I was burned at GW. All their outdoor sports, they don't have climate-controlled press boxes. I'm like, I'm never doing an outdoor sport again. And then I found out that the baseball and football press box was climate-controlled. And I ran back to bat and said, yes, I do baseball.
There we go. How'd you like it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
I've done it. Actually, this was my first year in 7 years.
I will say.
What's that?
I can't stand watching baseball on TV, but I do think baseball is the best sporting event to go attend a game.
You know what I think is? NASCAR.
Really?
If you see NASCAR live, it is whoa.
Okay.
It is whoa.
Okay.
We've been to NASCAR. It is a lot different.
I might have to.
But this was the first year I ever called a St. John's loss in baseball. I went 6 years without calling a loss. A home loss. Yeah. It's a machine down there, right?
Oh, yeah. Gibbs does a great job.
Yeah, and guess what?
And now he works with my dad, so I see him all the time.
Oh, really? How about that?
If he listens to this, I still owe him a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Off a bet that we made a while back.
You need to pay up, it sounds like.
I know. Hey, I'm on that teaching salary.
Right? Oh, God. So what an excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the DMV Hoops Podcast. I'm Kurt Cross. She is
Chelsea Cross.
Coach Veith, thanks for being here. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the DMV Hoops Podcast, your home for high school basketball coverage across the DMV. Be sure to subscribe, follow, and share the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, Buzzsprout, and everywhere podcasts are heard. Follow us on Instagram and X at DMV Hoops Podcast. The DMV Hoops Podcast is hosted by Kurt Cross, featuring Chelsea Cross. Thanks for listening.